Hey, in this video, I'm gonna show you a Jeep modification I bet you don't know about on this Jeep Gladiator. And guess what? It makes it the ultimate woodworker's Jeep. So when I was at CarMax, the sales guy with me was laughing at me. He goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "Well, I'm measuring the truck bed because I want to haul sheet goods in here in long sticks of lumber." So I was measuring, I go, "Well, that won't do. That's basically 5 foot." And then I came over and I was measuring like this, okay, and going, okay, that's okay. But then I started measuring between the wheel wells and I go, well, that's kind of a drag. But you know what? By tilting in the lumber, I thought it'll sit on top of the wheel wells and I could just strap it in and tilt it. I just loved the Jeep Gladiator. I liked the color. So I went and bought it. And then it all changed. So I got home on Saturday morning and I said, you know what? Maybe I can build something up because on the top of the wheel well, I can get a 4-foot sheet on there. But I thought, you know what, there's got to be a better way. So, lo and behold, there must be 1,000 Jeep mod videos on the YouTube. And it was kind of funny because I probably watched 10 YouTube modification videos. Boy, I'm so glad I bought a Jeep because I'm going to have a lot of fun with this over the years. But I was scratching my head all weekend. And then I went to work. So I go in and I see the guys in IT because there was a couple of guys who had Jeep Gladiators. You know when you buy a new car, you think, oh, I got a really cool one. And next thing you know, you see them every other place. And next thing I know, I got to wave at everybody. I just love it. So the Jeep community is phenomenal. So Matt says he's looking at me and about hauling lumber with his Gladiator. And I'm talking back and forth. And he looked at me and goes, "Come here." And there was a post on Facebook. And I know I'm being long-winded about this, but I'm going to tell you, I don't think there's a video on this yet. Because the Jeep Gladiator has things built in so you can haul sheet goods 4x8s and long lumber. And today I'm going to show you how. So I went out to Matt's Gladiator and he goes, "I know your Gladiator has this," because they all do. "But look, you see this little detent here and there's one on top of the wheel well?" I go, "Yeah, whatever." And then right here on both sides, there's a, detent in here. So it's pretty simple. It takes 3 2x4s, and I'm going to show you how to notch the bottom one here. And what's even cooler, there's a feature on here I bet you don't even know about your Jeep Gladiator. Let's get cutting. I'm going to take a quick measurement here on top of the wheel well. And this one is going to lay horizontally. And I cut this one at 49 inches. And you'll see across here, it fits a 2x4 laying down perfectly. Okay, so I'll say it again. It's 49 inches across the top of the wheel wells for the horizontal piece. The vertical pieces are pretty easy. It's from inside the detent to the other side. It's 57 5/8. I leave a little leeway in there. And I am measuring, if you've seen my videos, I love metric, but I'm measuring in imperial to make it a little bit easier. And the only fancy part you gotta do is you get a notch. You see how there's a little bit of a curvature down here? We're gonna just put a quick 45 on there, on the bottom one, so it sits on top of these ribs perfectly. So it's pretty simple. You cut the first one at 49 inches. I'll just do a quick layout and let's get it cutting. I'm using PT, pressure treat 2x material, nothing fancy. You don't need anything fancy for this. Boy, this is one intricate woodworking project. Check it out. Look how easy this is. Anybody can do this. So I cut both pieces at 57 5/8. I slid one in first, and then I brought the other one in. Now you're gonna notice, and this is what I was pointing out to last time, right here, you see how this bottom one doesn't sit on top of the rib? We're gonna come in here and do a notch this way on either side. Just knock out a little and make it happen. I'm gonna put a 45 right here so it sits flush on top of that rib. And just this top part will go against the truck bed in that notch. So what I did a quick measurement for everybody, and I'll go right here at 1.5 inches from the bottom. And this is gonna be just my waist right here. So when you're using a miter saw, you could take your blade right down to the top of that 1.5 inch line. Also, with this saw, I love it. I have a laser, and it's pretty simple. I set the miter at 45 and just tick that little bit off. This isn't fine woodworking, so if you make a little bit of a mistake, it's okay. This is just to support your lumber in your Gladiator truck bed. So here's what I was getting at. If you look at the horizontal one and you look at two of these vertically stacked in those notches, it is actually the same height. But I'm gonna do it one better. So I got my tailgate and it's laying low. And if I have a 8-foot length coming out, it's gonna tilt this way. Jeep has thought of everything for this situation of carrying sheet goods or long pieces of lumber. There's a grommet here and a grommet here. And you see these cables? If I take this and bring it in here and take my cable here and go like this. Now here's a little tip for you. Make sure they lock in. So when I'm hauling plywood, it's supported on the horizontal one, the vertical ones, and all the way out. And I've been hauling lumber and plywood like this for over a year, and it's absolutely amazing. I mean, this goes without saying, but one of the tips that I want to give you before we start loading plywood is you'll see there's anchor points here on the Jeep. And what I like to do is take my straps and bring them out and over. So when I put the plywood, you're gonna see it's gonna be a tight fit when I slide it in. You wanna make sure that those are above the plywood. So we get the straps on. This is nice and secure. Make sure you use both straps when you do this. And also, I've had up to about 8 sheets up and down 65 here in Indiana, and it holds wicked secure. So there you go. I hope this video was helpful. There's a video out there how to make this the ultimate woodworker's Jeep for your Gladiator. And as we always say from the SedgeTool shop, be positive, stay sharp, and we mean wicked sharp.